him. And I believe in what he does through his people if they will get out of the way. Some that says, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm sorry it's hot. It is really hot. They'll begin to do life not by the patterns of culture, but by the rhythms of God's grace. And there is a big difference. There is a big difference. And you'll stop giving yourself to the things that don't matter, and you'll start giving yourself to the thing that does matter. So look at Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 and 29. (28 and 29), Jesus says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke fits perfectly, and the burden I give you is light." Definition number 2. Rest. Peace of mind or spirit, to repose, to take relief, freedom from activity or labor. Freedom from activity or labor. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I'm God." Be still and know that I'm God. Yes, sir.
Isn't that being lazy? I'm just saying.
That's what culture wants to deem it. And I knew that would come up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
We need to do something, because otherwise we're being lazy.
Well, here would be my rebuttal to that.
No, I know. Lazy is different than meditate or focusing on something that you practice.
And I'm telling you, what God is going to ask of you, you're going to go, that's being lazy. But let me ask you this. Is it being lazy to allow Him the opportunity for you to shut up and sit down for 5 minutes a day, for Him to speak to you so that you can start having margin in your life? Is that being lazy? Society says you sit on your butt for 5 minutes a day and you're being lazy. God says, I want that time with you. Because that's the only time you're going to listen to me, is if you commit to it. So, choice is yours. Choice is yours. So, here's your assignment since we're talking about it. 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day. For the next 7 days. You're going to be lazy. So aptly put it. 5 minutes a day. Because if I were to ask you, and you don't have to raise your hand, but if I were to ask you, how many of us intentionally give God 5 minutes a day, something tells me that a lot of us would go, I'm just too busy. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. There are some that say, absolutely, I give Him more than 5 minutes a day. Praise God for you, because there's probably a difference in your life because of it. But there are most of us that are so busy with being busy that you think 5 minutes sitting down and we deem it lazy, and we go, no way, I ain't got time to do it. So, here's what you do in the 5 minutes. Ready for this? Got your pens ready? Here's what you do with the 5 minutes. Do nothing. Taylor, would you like to have 5 minutes of nothing? No Dusty. I had to see if you were paying attention. No Dusty, no Addison, no Ansley. 5 minutes of absolute silence. Randy? Because you can say, hey, Gabe, Darren said, God said, 5 minutes, I got to have quiet. Now, listen to me. If you can't have that inside your home, get out. Get out. I took a class while I was taking my English degree, and one of the assignments was that we had to spend an hour of separation from everything else to be with God. Now, the difference is we were able to take a notepad or worship music or something with us to because when Jesus had to pray, he went out in the wilderness to do it, to get away from everybody. So that was the only difference. And I thought, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard of. God's not going to speak to me in an hour if I go and be intentional. He did. He did. So all I'm saying is 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day. You have to make it intentional. And go away. Leave your mom alone for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. When she's got her 5, you take your 5. Okay? 5 minutes a day. And I want you just to let him talk to you. Because you let me talk to you for 35 and 40 minutes in a hot room. And I am nowhere near Jesus Christ.